topics. Now I think we have about 4 or 5 topics to treat. So formatting, which is a major topic, then the find dialogue and find and replace dialogue box, the merge, and what else? So, okay. So let's look at it. Of course, there's no need to overflog the importance of formatting. When we mean formatting, we mean how to make your document appear very, very professional, appear very beautiful. So, and then we're also talking about making your data represent what they actually mean or pass out the correct message. So if you put 10 in cell A1, that 10 is not a message. You are not 10 words. So, but if you say 10 naira or 10 euro, $10, you are passing a message. So that is formatting. So that's what I mean by, making your data represent what they actually means or what they actually stand for. So, and if I remember one scenario where, we were doing formatting, text formatting, and I don't know, probably during the training, the person was not listening. And then during the test at classwork, oh yeah, format your document. And then the person just did Control A and press delete key. He cleared his documents. What do you mean? So please, I hope there's nobody thinking like that, because if you want to format your memory, you want to clear everything, they will say format your memory. So when it comes to document formatting, no, we are not talking about deleting. We are talking about, beautifying your work, adding borders, adding fonts, adding decimal, adding, anything, percentage, currency. So that takes us to types of formatting or things that you can format in a spreadsheet. So you can format your text. That is number one. And when it comes to formatting of text, it can be in different ways. It can be, changing your fonts, probably from Calibri to Aptos to Arabic writing, anything. So there are different fonts that we are used to in Microsoft Word. So that is text formatting. Text formatting, you can also, in a spreadsheet, you can also bold your text. You can make it bold. You can reduce the font size. You can increase it. You can align it to, Microsoft Word. You can center. So the same thing in Excel. You can also center it. You can left align, right align, bottom align, middle align. So all sorts of things. That is part of text alignment. So, or text formatting. Then you can also do what is called number formatting. So number formatting is any formatting that it's applied to numbers that can be done on numbers alone. So what are the, so if I ask, if I say, can you make, let's say Michael in 2 decimal places, maybe Michael.00, I don't know, whatever that one would be like. So you can you can format your numbers to be in decimal places, like 2.0, 10.4. That is formatting. You can add percentage, 10%, 99%, 100%. What else? You can add currency, so it's part of number formatting. You can add currency. What else? So like that. Then that is number formatting. What else? So I think in the course of this thing, so we'll look at. So let's start. So now I have our module file sample file here. In case I go off, or just let me know, or I'm not coming out clearly. Just let me know. So I have our module 5 sample file here. So now to start with, how do you? So I have name. The first row is the name is for the first name. The first row is for the name of the table. Job seekers detail. So that means that the main data, the main table starts from A2, that is second row, then location B2, availability, availability C2, age D2. Okay, let me reduce. Let me slow down. Okay.
So we're not hearing the screen. You're not hearing the sound of the laptop.
I'm sorry. I've not started sharing. I'm sorry. Let me do that. Sorry for that.
Sharing your screen.
I'm sorry.
Foundational course.
I'm sorry. So
Foundational course, module 5, availability, look, name A2.
So name A2, I said the name of the data.
Job seekers details overflowing A1.
Job seekers details A1. So now the main data start from the second row.
Name A2.
Name.
Location B2. Availability crop C2.
Availability.
Age D2.
Age D2, that's all.
E2. Age of name.
So then the data stops at, let's see, let's jump.
Samson A12.
Samson A12, so that means
19 D12.
D12, so A2 to D12.
Samson, job seekers details over, name A2.
So now, let's do text formatting first.
Location, name A2.
So normally, if you are to, now in formatting, what you should know, how to check, okay, after applying your formatting, how do you know as a blind person? Because any formatting generally is visual, something that is visual in nature. So how do you know that what you have applied as correctly been applied? How do you find out? So you use caps lock plus F. Hold down your caps lock key and press F. So it will tell you the formatting styles that you have in that cell or on that row or on the column. So let's check. Let's press caps lock plus F to check what we have there now currently.
Style normal aptus narrow 11.0 pt black on white align general vertical align bottom.
So that is a lot of information. Let's do it again.
Style normal aptus narrow 11.0 pt black on white align general vertical align bottom.
So, okay, I'm coming.
Joy A3. Formatting. For aptus narrow 11.0 pt black on white align vertical align bottom.
Okay, so now
module 5, name A2, Joy A3.
So now, if that is too fast for you, if that is a lot of information that you cannot figure out, so instead of pressing Control F and caps lock F, just press caps lock FF. So it will now display it in a readable format in a way that you can read it. Scroll down line by line and read what the information is. So I will hold down my caps lock key and press F 2 times. F 2 times.
Formatting. Vertical align.
Formatting. So now I can now use my up and down arrow to read it to access the formatting style.
Vertical align bottom. Okay. Black on white.
Let me go up.
Aptus style normal.
Style normal. So normal means default style. Default style is the one that was that Microsoft Office set by themselves. That is default style. So what are the default styles that we have here?
Aptus narrow.
Aptus narrow. Aptus narrow. That is the font. The name of the font.
11.0 pt.
11 points. That is the size. The font size is 11.
Black on white.
Black on white. That means black text on white background.
Align general.
Alignment is general, which is default.
Vertical align bottom.
Vertical alignment is bottom. That means the text is at the bottom of the cell. Each a cell is rectangular, so you have the up, the bottom, the middle, the left, the right. So the text is situated at the bottom of the border, the cell.
Vertical align bottom. Vertical align bottom.
So that's all. So that's all the formatting style that we have on this on this data. So to clear it, just press your escape key. This information will go away.
Module 5 sample, John A4.
So John A4. So now that we are aware of the default style, so how can we change? So suppose you don't want that font, you want to change from Aptos, let's say, to Calibri. So how do you do that? So just now, before I forget, once you want to do formatting, if it is one cell, you don't need to select any cell, just be inside that cell. The cell is automatically selected. But if it has to do with more than one cell, then you have to ensure that you select all the affected cells. So here now, I will just select the old data. I'll select the old data. So
John A4. Job, name A2.
I'll select the old data. To do that, so to do that, I can just, I'm doing it from cell A2, which is the first part of our data. So I'll select everything. Control Shift right arrow.
A2 name through D2, H selected row 2 column 1.
Then,
Quick analysis available.
Then left down arrow.
A2 name through D12 19, selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
So
quick analysis available.
I want to change the font from Aptos Narrow to any other one, probably Calibri. So that, well, I can decide to use shortcuts, or I would use the long process. So let me just use the long process. So I'll press my Alt key. I'll press the Alt key.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded. Home tab selected all.
So now that I'm on Home tab, I will be pressing my Tab key until I get to fonts. So I'll be pressing the Tab key until I get to fonts.
Comments toggle, share collapsed share, home group, cut button, copy split, format painter toggle, office clip, font grouping 2 of 10, font combo box collapsed, pick a new font for your text. 1.
Do you hear that? Font grouping. So pick a new font for your text. It didn't say pick a new font for your number. Pick a new font for your text. So it's collapsed. It's collapsed. So to expand it, just press your Alt down arrow. Anything that is collapsed in your text, you can, to expand it with Alt down arrow. Just press Alt down arrow.
Theme fonts grouping 1 of 2. Aptus narrow left paren, body right paren, 2 of 2.
There, that Aptos narrow. That is one that is there. So let's see. Let's go down.
All fonts grouping 2 of 2. Abadi 1 of 522.
1 of 500, and so that means there are over 500 different fonts that you can choose from. So Abati is one of it.
Abadi extra light.
Abadi
selected.
extra light. So these are different fonts.
AD Law M display. Agency FB4 of Agaroni. Select to download 5. Alasasi Cat. Aldabai. Algerian 8. Amasis MT Pro. Amasis MT Pro. Amasis MT Pro. Me. Angsana New. Angsana UP. Aprojita.
So let's see if you can use the first letter navigation to move to Calibri. So I will press C.
C.
Oh, it can't work. So you have to scroll down
Aptus 6. Aptus black. Aptus extra bold. Selected. Aptus Arial.
So we have area.
Arial 26. Arial black 27. Arial narrow 20. Arial Nova. Arial Nova. Arial Nova. Arial rounded. Avenir next. Avenir. Baguette script. Bonch.
So let me just scroll down to Calibri.
Bonch. Bierstadt. Bookman. Browala. Callisto. California. Calibri light 80. Calibri 79 of 5. Brush script.
So you can hear Calibri.
Calibri 79 of 522.
So I will hit the enter key on Calibri.
Font edit. Pick a new font for your text. Alt. H. F selected Calibri. Sheet
Sorry,
1
sir,
table.
please.
A2 name. Analysis lens window.
Okay.
Module.
Yeah.
Analysis lens window. Tab control.
Hello?
Module 5 sample file.
Okay, I'm with you.
So sorry, after you select the cells, what shortcut keys are you going to press to reach to the calibrate?
You press your Alt key to go to your ribbons menu. Then you put your focus, by default, the focus should be on home tab. But if it's not, you can use your right and left to locate home tab. Then when you are on home tab, just tap to font grouping. Then expand it by pressing Alt down arrow.
Okay.
Then you can now use down arrow to locate the font that you are looking for.
Joy, name A2.
So
Joy A3, name A2. Style normal Calibri 11.0 pt.
Did you hear that? So I've changed it now. So I want to check whether what I've applied. Now, me, I can't see it. And you too, you cannot see it. So to be sure that yes, it was correctly applied, just press
different
Ctrl.
message template are more on them.
What do you say?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, so just to be sure, so let's see whether our Calibri was successfully applied. So I will press caps lock plus F.
Style normal Calibri 11.
Did you hear that? Style normal Calibri. So that means it's no longer Aptos narrow. So that is one way to change your fonts. Now, it said 11 points. 11 points to some people that, well, by default it's 11 points, but what is for people that have sight issue, probably low vision, or they can't, they have to zoom in. So to help their condition, just put it on 12. So your text, should, well, not always, but advisably, just put it on font size 12 so that those that are having sight issue, they will not have to see it. So how do we change the size? Okay, now the shortcut to get to, if you don't want to, if you want to choose your font, and the shortcut is Alt HFF. Alt HFF. So let me press it now. You see that I will land inside that combo box.
Joy A3.
So let me press it now. Alt HFF.
Ribbon tabs tab Control H F F. Home grouping. Font grouping 2 of 10. Font combo box collapsed. Pick a new font for your text. 1 of 11. Font edit. Pick a new font for your text.
Do you see that?
Alt H F Calibri line.
So when you do Alt HFF, then you don't need to press or down arrow to expand. It's already the focus is already inside the combo box. So that is it.
Sheet 1 table.
Now, how do you expand? How do you increase your font size from 11 to any other number? So let's see how to do it manually first. So let me still select our data.
Name A2.
Okay.
A 2 name through D1219. Selected row 2 through 12 column 1. Quick analysis available.
So I will go back to I will press the Alt key. Alt.
Ribbon tabs tab Control expanded. Home tab selected Alt H2 of 11.
So when the focus is on the home tab of the ribbon, then I will be pressing the tab key until I hear font size. Until I hear size.
Comments toggle, share home group, cut but, copies, format, office, font grouping, Calibri unselect, bold toggle but, italic, underlines, increase, decrease font size button. Make your text a bit smaller. Increase font size button. Make your text a bit bigger. Alt H FG6 of 11.
So did you hear that? So make your fonts a bit bigger. So let me press the space bar.
Space. Sheet 1 table.
Okay.
A 2 name through D1219. Selected row 2 through 12 column 1.
So let me now press that caps lock F to check it.
No formatting information.
Okay.
Jobs. Name A2. Style normal Calibri 12.0 PT black on white.
Did you get that? Font size 12. Or is it too fast? Should I put it in a readable mode? So if it's too fast, if you didn't get it, let me know. So let me put caps lock FF.
Formatting.
Okay.
Cal align.
So let's now read it line by line.
Align general 12. Calibri 12.0. Calibri. Style normal.
Style normal.
Calibri. 12.0 PT.
12 points. So it's no longer 11 points. So
module 5 set.
So that is how to increase it manually. But you can't continue to go back. Let's say you need 16 points. For instance, your heading. Let's say you want to make. Yes. Yes.
I just see this is just a supplement with the JAWS power using JAWS. It is insert F. Because people will try to use with the JAWS. If you use caps lock with the F, it will not work. You use insert plus F.
No, it will work. It's what I use almost every day. Yeah, of course, insert plus F is an alternative, of course. But I'm saying it's
Yes, but
just
the
the
caps lock
caps
F
lock
just is working.
is working. Yes, caps lock F is
Just is
working
working.
perfectly. Especially if you set your keyboard in laptop mode. Yes, if it's on the laptop mode, it will work perfectly. That if the caps lock key is your JAWS key, perfectly 100%. So now, if you want to, so suppose you want to increase it to 20 points, or of course that is unusual. Let's say 16 or 14. You can't be going back from pressing the Alt key, pressing Tab key, and pressing space bar on increase button, because increase button will only be increasing it 1 point at a time. So using shortcuts will now be will be better. So let me select the data again.
Jobs, name A2. A 2 name through D1219, selected row 2 through 12 column 1. Quick analysis available.
So I will press Alt HFG. It will increase it by 1 point. Alt HFG. Alt key Alt HFG. Please press them separately.
Ribbon tabs tab Control H F G. Sheet 1 table. A 2 name through D1219.
So
Analysis.
let's check.
Job C. Name A2.
Let's check now.
Style normal Colibri 14.0 PT black.
Did you get that? So it's now 14 points. So no longer 12 points. So usually, if the whole of your data is size 12, you can, in order to visually separate your headings from the body of your data, you should, either increase, make sure that your column headers and your row headers have bigger font size than the rest of the body, or you bold your column headers and your row headers. So
Job C. Name A2.
So to visually separate the body from the headers, so I'll just select the column headers. So I'll select from A2 to D2. So on A2, I'll press Ctrl Shift Right arrow, of course. We know all these ones. So I'll press Ctrl Shift Right arrow.
A 2 name through D2. H selected row 2 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Then I'll press Ctrl B to bold. Ctrl B. You can also do that through the Home tab of the ribbon. When you're pressing tab inside the Home tab, you get to a place, you see bold button. Then you press space bar. But I'll just use Ctrl B that we are all used to. Ctrl B to bold. Ctrl B to bold.
Bold on.
Bold
Bold
on.
on.
So let's now check whether it has been bolded.
Location. Name A. Job. Name A2.
So let's check.
Style normal Colibri 14.0 PT black on white bold align general vertical.
Did you hear that? Bold. So that means it was bolded. So visually now, when the sighted person grabs this sheet, so they will know that, okay, this is the heading. That is the column heading. Then you can also do the same thing for your row headings.
Name A2.
So I'll select this A2 to A12.
A 2 name through A12. Samson selected row 2 through 12 column 1. Quick analysis available.
Then I'll do the same thing. I'll press Ctrl B.
Bold off. Bold off.
Oh, okay. Sorry. It's saying bold off.
Bold on.
Okay,
bold on.
So bold on now.
Jobs. Name A2.
So it's we are formatting our data and it's looking better. Step by step, it's getting better. So we've seen how we can increase our font size, how we can change our fonts, how we can bold. Of course, it's not only the headings that you should bold. You should also bold your formula. Any cell that contains your formula too, it's also advisable because it drives people's attention, or it draws people's attention to that cell. So any cell that is visually different from the rest of the cell, that means you are passing a message that there's something in this area that people should pay attention to. Do you understand? So that is another reason why you should also bold, or another thing that you can also bold your formula, the cell that contains your results, your headings, or any other part of your data that you want people to notice. So what else?
Job seekers
So
B1. Job seekers details overflowing A. Name, look, availability crop C2. Age D2.
so now when it comes to numbering, when it comes to number formatting, I've talked about a few things that you can do with your numbers. You can add decimal points. You can add currency. You can add percentage, and so on. So now I'm on age column
20 D3 Joy.
20 D3 Joy. That means Joy is 20 years old.
19 D4 John.
John is 19.
17 D5 Maria.
Maria is 17. So suppose it's not age. Suppose it's not age. Sorry for that. So suppose it's not age. So let's assume this is not age. This is want to turn this into money. Want to show that this is money. Or before you even say that. So let's turn it to decimal. Okay, let me go to an empty cell.
E5 F5.
So this is F5. So let me just type 5.
Edit 5.
5.
Sheet 5 F5.
Or let me make it 6 so that 5 F5 sounds.
Edits sheet 6 F5.
So 6. So now, how do you turn it to 2 decimal place, 2 decimal points? That is 6.00. 6.00. So for you to do your number formatting, you will go to the number tab of your formatting dialog. Number tab. So how do you get there? You go there by going through your application key, or you use the shortcut Ctrl+1. So let me use the application key, which is the context menu, Shift F10. So when I'm inside the context menu, I will scroll down to font. So Shift F10.
Cut, remove the selection, copy, put, paste option, paste special, smart lookup, insert, delete, clear contents, quicken out, filter, sort, get date, new note, format cells. F1 of 3. Pick from drop, define, link split, open hype, sheet, G6 F5.
Let me start again.
Cut, remove the selection and copy, paste, smart look, insert, delete, clear, quicken out, filter, collapse, sort, collapse, get data from, new comment, add a comment about, new note added, format cells. Sheet 1 table, 6 F5.
Sorry.
G6 F5.
I mistakenly pressed something. Just pardon.
Cut, remove, open, links, define, pick from, format cells. Format cells dialog. General format cells have no specific number format. Format cells tab control number.
So you heard what he said. He said general control number. So that means this particular tab is meant for number formatting alone. So inside your application or your context menu, scroll down to formats. Or you press Ctrl+1. So let me escape.
Module 5 SAP G6 F5.
So let me press Ctrl+1. It will still land in the same environment. Ctrl+1 now.
Format cells dialog. General format cells have no specific number format. Format cells tab control number.
So number. So when you hear that, so this is number tab. You have to expand it with your tab key. So press tab key to see the different number formatting styles that is inside this number tab. So I'll press tab to expand this category. I'll press the tab key.
Format cells tab control, category : list alt plus C, general.
So we have different categories different number formatting styles inside the number tab. So we have the general. So let's scroll down to see the different categories.
Number,
Number,
currency,
currency,
accounting,
accounting,
date,
date,
time,
time,
percentage,
percentage,
fraction,
fraction,
scientific,
scientific,
text,
text,
special,
special. So those are some of the options that are available. So here, but we only concern ourselves with the number, the currency, the percentage, the time, and fraction.
text, percentage, time, date, accounting, currency, number,
So I said let's let's convert the 6 to 2 decimal points. So if you click on, you move your focus to number.
general, number,
Number. When you are on number, just press the tab key. Press the tab key once.
decimal places colon, edit alt plus blank,
Did you hear that? Decimal places. So it's edit field. That means you can scroll down, to 2, but advisably just press 2. Since you are looking for 2 decimal points, just type 2 on your number row. 2.
2,
And hit the enter key.
module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel, sheet 1 table, 6.00 F5,
Did you get that? 6.00 F5. So the number has been formatted in 2 decimal places. So now, how do you add? So that is how to add the decimal. If it is 3 you want, if it is 1 decimal point, just put 1. So how do you add currency? How do you add currency? So let me,
F6,
in F6, let me type 10.
edit 0, sheet 10 F6,
So 10. How do we show that this 10 is not 10 boxes? It's not 10 houses. It's not 10 cars. It is 10 whatever the currency is, $10, 10 naira. So to do that, we'll go back to our number tab. The number tab of our format dialog. So I'll press Ctrl 1. You can also use the context menu option, but the shortcut is always better. So I'll just press Ctrl 1.
format cells dialog, general format cells have no specific number format,
So I will press tab to expand the category. Remember, when you press Ctrl 1 or when you go through the application key, once you are inside the number tab, ensure that you press the tab key once to expand the category. Please take note. You have to press tab once to expand the category. So I'll press tab. So
format cells tab control, category colon, list alt plus C, general,
general is always the first one in the category. So just scroll down to currency, since we want to format it as currency.
number, currency,
Currency. So when you are inside currency, you press tab.
decimal places colon, edit alt plus blank,
So when you press tab, the first tab you press, it will land you inside the edit field for decimal places. So your currency, how many decimal places do you want it to have? Do you want $10.0 or $10.00 or $10.0000? So I will say, let me say 1. So I want 1 decimal. So if you don't want to, you can just put 0. That will be $10. So but let me put 1.
1,
So that is 1 decimal place. So now I will tap once to choose the kind of currency I'm looking for or I need. So I'll just tap once.
1. Format cells dialog, currency formats are used for general monetary values. Use accounting formats to align decimal points in a column. Symbol colon, combo box Nigerian Naira alt plus S.
Did you hear that? Symbols column. That is what we are looking for. Symbols. Symbols is what is the symbol of the currency? Is it US symbol, Nigerian Naira symbol, pounds symbol? So when you tab and you hear symbol, that means you are inside a container that contains different symbols of the world. Different symbols of the world are here. So whatever your currency is, just know the first letter. So because there are, I think about over 200 whatever symbols are inside this place. Imagine you are looking for US dollar and you are at the top of the currency of the symbol. Then you have to be pressing down arrow how many times? Over 100 times. So in order to, bypass or just to quickly hasten up the whole process, just be pressing the first letter of the currency, until the currency is in focus. So because I'm looking for US dollar, so I'll just be pressing U until I hear USD.
U. Symbol colon, combo box, UAH,
UAH. That is, I guess that is for UAE.
U,
So I'm pressing U again.
U,
Oh, it's not going. So
TZS,
okay. So let me start again. U.
U, UAH, yeah, X,
Bano. 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 Okay,
Hello.
this one problem. This one. I'm back. So hello, am I okay? I think I'm back.
Okay, you are on.
Okay, sorry for that. Sorry for that.
symbol colon,
So
USD,
USD, I don't know why it was not moving.
TWD, none,
Okay, so let me press U.
U, UAH,
UAH.
U, U,
I don't know.
TZS,
So let me scroll down. I don't know why it's not moving. Normally, it should cycle you through the list of currency that start with U. But unfortunately, it's not. I don't know.
UAH,
So UAH,
UGX,
UGX,
USD,
USD. So this is USD that I'm looking for, US dollar. So once you get to the currency you are looking for, just hit the enter key. Oh, okay. Tap to OK. Let's see.
negative numbers
Okay,
colon,
yes.
list all,
Tap to OK button.
OK button, module 5 sample, F 10.0 US dollars F6,
So 10.0 US dollar F6. So that is how to. So let's look for Nigerian naira.
F7, 10.0 US dollars F6,
So let me format it in naira. So I'll press Ctrl 1.
format cells,
I'll tab once.
category colon,
Then I'll down arrow to currency.
accounting, date, time, percentage, fraction,
Oh,
date, accounting, currency,
currency. Then inside the currency, I'll tab once.
decimal places colon,
I don't want any decimal place. So I'll just put 0.
0,
Then I'll tab once to symbols.
0, symbol colon, combo box USD Alt plus S,
So the focus move back to the last symbol that I applied. So Nigerian naira starts with N. Let me press N.
N, symbol colon, combo box, none,
None.
N,
I, I don't know what's. I may just have to refresh my NVDA. I think the NVDA is acting up.
Nigerian naira,
So Nigerian naira. So once I get that, just tap to OK. Once the focus is on the currency you want, tap to OK.
negative OK button, module 5 sample file dot F, Nigerian naira 10 F6,
So Nigerian naira 10 F6. So that is 10 naira. So what currency do they spend in Kenya or Uganda? So you can let me know. Let's check it out. So does anybody want to say it? I don't know. So pardon my poor knowledge of the global currencies. So
Nigerian naira 10 F6,
so let's move on. So if you want to,
F7,
so in F7, let me type 4.
edit 4,
Now we want to format our number in percentage. We want to show that this 4
4 F7,
is not just ordinary 4, it is 4%. It is 4%. What do? We go back to our number tab.
4 F7,
So let me go Control 1,
format cells dialog gen,
tab once
category colon,
to go to the category, then scroll down to percentage.
number, currency, accounting, date, time, percentage.
So now you can tab once.
Decimal places colon, edit.
You see that one thing that is common to all these things is that once you tab, the first time you tab, it lands you in how many decimal points do you want? Do you understand? So let me say, should I want, okay, so let me put 2 decimal.
2.
Then hit the enter key.
Module 5 sample file dot f 400% F7.
400% F7. It didn't come out as expected.
F 400% F7.
I will try it again.
F 400.
You know the reason
F
why.
400%.
So when you do this, when this thing happens, so what it does is that it multiply whatever you have inside that cell. It multiplied by 100. So if you format a cell that contains numbers, take note. What it does is that it multiplies it by 100. It's more or less like saying, you know, a percent is 100. It's more or less like saying 4 multiplied by 100. That is 400. So the easiest way to avoid that problem is to format an empty cell. So if you know that, okay, this column I want to start filling, the column is meant for percentage. The numbers there should be in percentage. So just select the empty cells. So for instance, let's move to
6 point G4, G3, G2, G1.
This is G1. So let me just select from G1 to G4.
G1 through G2, G1 through G3, G1 through G4, selected row 1 through 4, column 7.
So what do? I will now go back inside the number tab.
Format cells dialog.
Then expand the category with your tab key.
Format cells tab, number.
Then scroll down to percentage.
Currency, accounting, date, time, percentage.
Then tab once to choose your decimal points.
Decimal places colon, edit alt plus blank.
I'll type 2 and hit the enter key.
2. Module 5 sample file, G1, G1, G2.
You see that there's nothing inside.
G3, G4.
G4. So let me go back to G1 and type numbers.
G2, G1, G1.
So let me type 4 in G1.
Edit 4, sheet 4% G1.
4%. It's still not bringing down that decimal point. Don't worry. So let me G2. Scroll down to G2.
G2.
Type 3.
Edit 3%.
Do you get that?
Sheet 3% G2. G3.
In G3, let me type 10.
Edit 1, 0. Sheet 10% G3. G4.
In G4, let me type 20.
Edit 0. Sheet 20% G4.
Do you see it? So this is one way to avoid that problem of multiplying your numbers by 100, because if care is not taken, it will mess up your results. It will mess up your data. So always beware. You know, when you apply formatting, check, is it what I'm expecting or is not?
10% G3.
So you can format an empty cell. So when you format empty cell, so if you select a data range, empty, and you format it, whether percentage or dollar or anything, nothing will happen. The moment you type in something inside that empty cell, it will now be converting, it will be changing to that format. So just as I've done now. What else? So now let's look at shortcuts. All these ones, some of them have their own shortcut, just like you have Control B as bold. If you want your data to be in dollars, if you want your dollar, your data to be in dollars,
F3. 20D3H. 19D4.
Okay.
E4. F4. F3. F 6.00. F4.
So in F4, let me type in 30.
Edit 3. 0.
30.
F3. 30 F4.
30 F4. So if I want dollars, if I want to convert it to dollars, what do I do? So the shortcut is Control Shift 4. Control Shift 4. So once we press Control Shift 4, it turns to $30. So let's see it. Control Shift 4. Hold down your Control Shift and press 4 on it. So I've done that. So let's see.
F3. Nigerian Naira 30.00 F4.
This is where the problem is now. I use a lot of Naira. So by default, it has assigned that until I have to go and clear it. So by default, it has assigned that 4 to Naira. But by default, Control Shift F4, you can try it from your end, is for dollars. Formatting your text, your numbers in dollar using the shortcut is Control Shift 4. But for whatever reason, because the last currency I used, it's normal. It's not normal. If you try it from your end, it's not normal. It's just this. Well, the setting here just had the way of using the last one. So that is it.
20%.
Because normally 4 Shift 4 will give you
H4.
dollar sign. So let's
Edit dollar.
dollar. Do you see that?
Sheet dollar H4.
Dollar H4. So if you now want, see now,
H5.
let me type.
G5. 6.00 F5.
Okay, this is 6.00. Don't make mistake of pressing Shift 4 on a cell that contains a number. If you do that, dollar will replace number that was there before. So see it now. Let me press. So this is
6.00 F5.
6.00 F5. So let me press Shift 4. Shift 4.
Edit dollar.
So let's see now.
Sheet dollar F5.
Do you see that? You see. So don't make that mistake of using Shift 4. Pressing Shift 4 on a cell. If not, it will replace what you have there. So what you will do is to combine it with Control Shift 4. Control Shift 4. We change that number to we add dollar sign to your number. So, but if you want ordinary dollar sign, is Shift plus 4. But if you want to format the cell or the number in currency, in dollar currency, is Control Shift 4, please. So if you want to get percentage using the shortcut, is Control Shift 5. Control Shift 5 will still multiply your number by 100. So the technique is still the same thing. Make sure that it is an empty cell that you are pressing Control Shift F5.
G5.
So in G5 is empty. So let me press Control Shift 5. So I've done that. So let me now.
G5.
So let me type a number 9.
Edit 9%. 9% G5.
9% G5. But let's say I have 8.
H5.
Okay, let me say 7.
Edit 7. 7 H5.
7 H5. So let me press Control Shift 5. You'll see that it will turn into 700%.
700% H5.
Do you see that? So please always be cautious. Always take note of this. So let's move on. Okay, now
H6.
if you want to insert dates into your cell, please just give me a minute, please. So if you want to insert dates into your spreadsheet, manually, you can just type it.
700 H 8 10 F3. Nigeria F E3 E4.
So manually, you can just type today is what? 11. 11, you can just type 11
Edit 1, 1,
slash
1, slash
the month, which is 7,
7,
then slash
7, slash
2024.
2, 0, 2, 4.
Yes.
11 slash 07 slash 2024 times 10 to the power of 4th.
But there might be a danger in doing this. Now, every system has its own time and date configuration or time and date format, its own default time and date format. So is it DD, YY? That is month first, followed by day, then followed by year. Or is it day first, month followed by month, and followed by year? Or year first, month, day? So in order to avoid that problem, is to press Control Shift
E5, 11 slash 07, E5.
Control semicolon will give you current dates. So let me press it now. Control semicolon.
E6.
So I'm in E6. So I'll press Control semicolon.
Edit 16:16. 16:16 times 10 to the power of 6th.
Oh, is this, okay, I'm sorry. Let me move away from
Nigerian
this
4 F9.
Okay, F9. Let me press it. Control semicolon.
Edit 11 slash 07 slash 2024. 11 slash 07 slash 2024 F9.
So you see, it has automatically inserted the date, today's date, into that cell. So if you want to get the current time, if you want to insert the current time, do Control Shift semicolon.
F10.
Control Shift semicolon.
Edit 16:16. 16:16.
16, that is 416. So then alternatively, you can also go through your, so now if you want to determine how your date appears, do you want month first followed by day or year, or do you want your time to say Wednesday, June 3rd? You know that, so we have different date formats, different date formats. So this one is DD, more and YY. What if you want to format it as DD, YY, or YY, DD, So you go through your number tab.
Sheet 1, 16, 11 slash F8. 400% F East G7 East 25D E G7 G6 9% G5 G7
Okay, so,
4 E7 E8 F8 11 slash 07 slash 2026 11 slash 07 G9 H G 11 slash 07 slash 2024 F9.
So this F9 contains 11 slash 07 slash 2024. So if we don't want it as DD, this is DD, YY. If you want to convert it to, let's say, DD, YY, so go to your number tab, which is Control 1.
Format cells.
Then tab ones.
Category time.
Then scroll to date.
Date.
Then tab ones.
Type : list Alt plus D. Star 14 slash 03 slash 2012.
So it's saying that type, like what format type do you want? So now the first one is DD, YY. That is 14 slash 03.
Star 14 slash 03 slash 2012.
Did you get that? 14 slash 03. It's telling you that 14 is the day, 03 is the month, and then year. So let's go down.
Star Wednesday, March 14th, 2012.
Wednesday, March 14, 2012. You know, that is another date format. Wednesday, they is telling you the name of the date. March, then followed by the month, then 14, followed by the day, 2012. So let's hit the enter key. So you will see that it will convert our 11/07/2024. It will convert it to this particular format that we are clicking on. So enter.
Module 5 sample file.exe. 6 Thursday, July 11th, 2024 F9.
Did you get that? So that is choosing format, the date. So how do you want your date to appear? So this one is Thursday. So something that was 11/07/2024 before. So it's now Thursday, July 11th. So let's go back and change it to another thing.
6 Thursday, July 11th, 2020.
Control 1,
Format cells dial.
then tab,
Format cell.
then down to date.
Date.
Date, tab.
Type colon. List alt plus.
Then let's go down to see other types.
2012-03-14.
2012-03-14. So that means year first, followed by month, followed by day.
14/03 March 14th, 2012.
So this is another format, March 14, 2012. So that means our 11 will turn to July 11th. Do you understand? So let's choose
14/03/2012.
this.
2000 star Wednesday, March 14th, 4 March 14th, 2000 Wednesday, March 14th, 2000 Wednesday, March 14th, Wednesday, March 14th, 2000.
So let's choose March 14. So
Module 6 July 11th, 2024 F9.
do you get that? So pretty simple. Pretty simple. So let's move on to other topic. I think I've covered some major things about formatting. So we've looked at the shortcut. Okay.
Please,
You
I
want to
have
say
a
something?
question.
I have a question, please.
Well, hey, okay. No problem.
Yes, lady first. You are going.
Okay. Mention your name.
Should
and
I
your
go
question,
ahead?
please.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, my name is Omotola. I don't know if you've done the Control Shift 5 for the percentage because I was logged out for some minutes. But then I have a question. So why would it multiply it times 5? I guess that's what I saw in the. I'm still confused on that.
The echo, please, let's mute ourselves so that the only one person will be speaking. Okay. Start again.
Okay, so I was saying that in the module, the lesson on the formatting and all of that, that's Control Shift 5 to put the percentage instead of going through the number tab. You know, you
Yes.
said it's to multiply times 5.
Yes. By 100.
Yeah, I'm wondering 100. I mean, whichever. Why is it? I don't know. I saw something about 5 there, or is it me that is getting it all wrong? But why is it like
If you
that
put 5,
anyways?
if you have 5, sorry. So if you have 5, please just a second, please. So if you have 5, sorry for that. If you have 5 in a cell and you press Control Shift 5 on it, it multiplies that number by 100. So if you have 5 in a cell and you press Control Shift 5, and that's what I demonstrated, it turns it to 500. If you put 7 and you press Control Shift 5, it turns it to 700. It multiplied it. So and I said the way to correct that, the way to avoid that is to format empty cell, and then before you now type the numbers. So does it solve it? Does it answer your question, Omotola?
Can you hear me? I said, can you please
Yes.
practice it again? Because I wasn't on the call when you did that. I was logged out for some time.
Okay.
G9.
Okay, this is G9. Let me put 8.
Edit 8. 8 G9.
8 G9. So let me put press Control Shift 5.
H 800% G9.
Did you get that? 800%. So you
Yes.
multiply by 100.
So how?
Yes.
Yeah. So you now said format empty cell. How?
Yeah. So
G10.
give G10. G10 is empty. Just press Ctrl Shift 5.
H G10.
So I've pressed. Then type the number 8.
Edit 8%.
Oh.
8% G10.
So do you understand?
Okay.
So and
Yes,
if it
I
is
do.
a
Thank
lot
you.
of, if it is let's say a column is the entire column, just select the cell, select all the column, the data in the column, the cells in the
Okay.
column, and then do Ctrl Shift 5 and start typing your number. So it will appear normal. 5%, 10%, 8%. Yes.
All right. Thank you.
So no problem. Any other question?
Yes, this
Yes, sir.
Olurotimi Olubowede. Please, what the shortcut for Naira? Because we have Shift F4 for dollar.
Yes.
What's the shortcut for Naira?
When they were designing the computer, they didn't think of any other. So the
It's
Naira
only
or only dollar. So that is
okay.
Control Shift 4. Only dollar.
Okay.
Only dollar.
Thank
They
you.
can't have shortcut for all the countries. It's more, we have like I think about 400, 200 countries or territories. So I wonder how many shortcuts or how many keys we having on our laptops. So it's just dollars.
Okay, thank you.
So any other question? Yes. As I said, if you want to make your work easy, it's not a must that you have data. You can format empty cells. So that means you can format the empty cell even when you save it and you come back and you start typing. The instruction has already been set. So it will be converting, whether it's decimal or whatever. So, okay. So any other question? If there's no, let's move on. Oh, unfortunately, I was supposed to have written down the topics for today, but I just hope I'm not skipping anything. So, Control Shift semicolon for time, Control semicolon for dates, Control Shift F5 for percentage, Control Shift 4 for dollars, Control B for bold, Alt HFG for increasing fonts, Alt HFK for reducing the fonts, and so many. So, let me see.
E10, 20 D10 age. Not available crop C10 availability.
So now let's talk about okay, I've talked about auto fits, and I've in one of our classes I talked about auto fit that okay, look at this one
Abuja
now.
B. David A. Job seekers details overflowing A.
So I said that a cell normally by default is built to show maximum of 7 characters that it can visually show by default. But if you type something that exceeds that length, what happens is that it will only show the first 7 characters. The remaining, it will hide it. It will crop it. So NVDA will tell you overflowing.
Job seekers details overflowing A1.
Overflowing means that it flows into the next cell to the right, which is B1. If the next cell to the right is blank, it will overflow into that next cell. But if the next cell contains something, it will tell you crop. Here now.
B1. Job seekers details overflowing A1.
Overflowing because there's nothing, no flows into it. But if I type something in B1, it will no longer overflow, it will crop.
B1.
B1. So let me type something in B1 now.
Edit 4.
4.
Sheet 1 table. Job seekers details cropped A1.
You see, cropped. So that means cropped it out. So it cannot overflow into another cell that contains data. So it respects itself. It's just crops it out. So do you understand the difference between overflowing and cropping?
4B1. Edit blank.
So
Sheet 1. Job Job seekers details overflowing A1.
I've deleted it. So now, how do you correct it? As I said, that the implication of leaving your work like this is that if you print out your work on a paper, it's the first 7 characters that will show on your paper. So, and that is meaningless. If if you write job seekers, and if you count the first JOBSE, job seek, do you understand? People will be looking like, what is job seek on a paper? Not knowing that it is job seekers details, but it has been cropped out. So to avoid that problem as a blind person, whether you hear overflow or crop or you don't hear anything, just select your entire data, select it, Control A, and press Alt HOI to auto fit it. So I'll select it, Control A.
A1 job seekers details through H12, selected row 1 through 12, column 1.
So
Select all. Quick analysis available.
Then I'll press Alt HOI to auto fit it to make sure that the column is adjusted automatically to the size of the text inside the cells or inside the column. So Alt HOI.
Ribbon tabs tab H O. Sheet 1 table. A1 B job seekers details A1.
Did you see that? Job seekers details A1. So you know the importance of pressing Control A is that if you are using JAWS doesn't tell you whether something is overflowing or not. It's only NVDA by default that tells you. If you want to make JAWS say it, you have to go and set it manually. So, and whether you set it or you don't set it, there are times that even the NVDA will skip some parts, So to just avoid that problem, whether it skips or it does not skip, just press Control A and auto fit your data to avoid stories that touch. So that is it. So now I will undo because I want to show you something. Let me undo. Control A, Control Z.
Module job seekers details overflowing A1.
So I've undone it. So now merge and center. Well, when you have a table, you should also have a title or a name of that the table name or the table title. So now the title of this data is job seekers detail. So there's what is called merge and center in a spreadsheet. So in Microsoft Word, if you put your heading, they will say center it with Control E. So how do you do that visually in a professional way? I know normally people will tell me, maybe you just write the job seekers detail at the center of the row. No. So what if you have four cells? How do you determine the center of that 4 cells, of the 4 cells? How? So you cannot. So what we have is merge and center. There's what is called merge. Merge is that you collapse multiple cells and turn them into one cell. If you like, have 1,000 cells. If you merge it, it will become one cell, just one. So visually, so when you now merge and you center it, that your data, the title of your table will now be at the center of the row of your table. So now, usually people always reserve the first row for the title of the data, the first row, and that's why data starts from A2, the second row. So here now is the same thing.
B1 job seekers details overflowing A1.
A1, B1 is empty. C1,
D1.
Normally, to determine how many cells you are going to collapse, you look at the size of your table.
Name A2.
So name A2, where does it end?
Location crop B2. Availability crop C2. HD2. E2.
Okay, it stops at D2.
HD2.
So that means from A to D, so that's what we are going to merge. You will merge all the cells A1, B1, C1, D1. We'll merge it to form one. And we'll now place this title, this job seekers details. We'll put it at the center. So
availability location B job seekers.
So what is the process for merging your data, your merging cells? So I will just use the shortcut because of our time. Alt HM. So you first select the cells that you want to merge. So I'm on A1.
Job seekers
So I'll hold down my shift
details
key.
overflowing A1.
So I'll hold down my shift key and select to the right up to D1.
A one job seekers details through B1. A one job seekers details through D1. Selected row 1 column 1.
Then I'll press Alt HM to go to merge and center grouping. Alt HM.
Ribbon tabs tab H M. Merge and center not checked. Combine and center the contents of the selected cells in a new larger cell. This is.
So do you hear that? So now the first option on the grouping is merge and center. That means after merging it, center the text, center the content. So you just hit the enter key.
Merge unmerge cells split
Okay.
the merge and center not checked. Combine and center.
So I will hit the enter key on merge and center.
Sheet 1 table. Job seekers details A1 through D1.
Did you see that? You hear that? Let me do it again.
E1. Job seekers details A1 through D1.
Job seekers details A1 through D1. So that is one way to know that your cells have been merged.
E1.
If you press the right arrow, it will land you in E1. Then if you press the left arrow again,
Job seekers details A1 through D1.
D1. If you press left arrow again, you can't go anywhere.
Job seekers details A1 through D1. Job seekers details A1 through D1.
Nowhere to go to the left because all the cells have been combined into one. So is either you press right arrow to move to E1 or you press left arrow to move back into the cell. So that's all. So it's at the center now visually. It's at the center of our of the first row. So
HD2 job seekers details A1 through D1. HD2.
So is it clear? So now
job seekers details A1 through D1.
A1 through D1 is telling you that from A1 to D1 merged into one. That is it. So now, how do you unmerge it? It's still the same process, but you don't need to select because they are selected already. You don't need to select anything. So put the focus on the merged cells and then press the shortcut key, Alt HM.
Ribbon tabs tab Control H M. Merge and center check combine and center the con.
Then scroll down to unmerge. Scroll down to unmerge.
Merge across merge cells merge the cell. Unmerge cells split the current cell in.
Do you understand? Unmerge and hit the enter key.
Sheet 1 table. A one job seekers details through D1. So
then
B1.
Check it now.
Job seekers details overflowing A1.
A1,
B1.
B1,
C1.
C1,
D1.
So you see they have been unmerged. One thing you also realize that when we merged, the problem of overflowing was sorted. It was no longer overflowing. So it's not a must that you have you have data in a particular cell.
Job.
So this one now, let me delete it.
Edit A1.
A1.
B1. A1.
So nothing is inside. So I can just merge.
A1.
Okay, let me select A1 to D1.
A1 through B1. A1 through D1. Selected row 1 column 1.
Then Alt HM.
Ribbon tabs tab Control H M. Merge.
Then hit the enter key on merge.
Sheet 1 table. A1 through D1. E1. A1 through D1.
So it has been merged. So I can now write job seekers details.
Edit O B O B S E E K E R S seeker D E T A I L S.
So
Sheet job seekers details A1 through D1.
So you see the same process. Is whether you have the data in one cell or not. So, but one thing you should not do is that you should not merge cells that contain data already, different cells. So let me unmerge this one first.
Job seekers details A1 through D1. Ribbon tab H M. Unmerge sheet B job seeker jobs.
So in job seeker A1, there's something in A1.
B1.
In B1, let me type anything, access text.
Edit C E F T E C H.
So
she hatches stetch overflowing B1.
In B1, there's access text. Then in A1,
job seeker.
So let's see. I will select from A1 to D1. Let's see what we have.
Job seekers.
If it works, fine.
Jobs. A one job seeker. A one job seekers details through C1. A1 job seekers details through D1, selected, ribbon tabs, H, M, merge and center not checked. Microsoft Excel dialog merging cells only keeps the upper dash left value and discards other values. OK button.
Did you get what it said? It said merge and center only keep the upper left, the data in the upper left, and removes the other ones. So do you understand? So that's what happens.
Mod E1 job seekers details A1 through D1 E1.
So you see, it has removed the data to the right of A1. So it only recognizes the data that is at the upper left. So you can see that this is another way to also make your spreadsheet look beautiful, very fine. So what else? So let's move on. So let's quickly do find dialog.
HD2 name, availability crop C2, look, name A2.
So now, if you have large data and you need to look for a particular name, we did this some other time, about 2 or 3 weeks ago. So you use what is called the find dialog, which is the find command, which is Control F. So if you press Control F, the focus lands inside an edit field where it will ask you, what are you looking for? So just type the word that you are looking for and hit the enter key. Then the focus in the background will move to the where that word is. Press the escape key. You will find yourself inside that cell.
Joy A3.
So now
name A2.
I'm in name A2. I want to look for Esther. So I'll just press Control F.
Excuse me.
Find and replace dialog.
Let everybody mute. What you are saying is echoing.
Oh, it's because people are not muting. Please mute yourselves.
Let everybody mute. Thank you.
Please mute yourself. Okay. Please mute. Or I'll be forced to mute everybody. Okay. I think that would be the best.
If I see the Zoom, which format are they using?
Okay.
Your microphone is unmuted.
Okay. So
foundational, more audio option, stop chat stop sharing buttons.
Okay.
Module 5 sample file.
So
jobs name A2.
I said that if you have a lot of data and you quickly want to get to a particular word, you want to go to a particular cell that contains a particular word, just use your find command. So anywhere any part of the spreadsheet that contains that word, the focus will move you there straight. We just take you there straight. It's magical. So the shortcut is Control F.
Find and replace dialog. Find what?
Then type the word
Yes,
that you are
I
looking
have questions.
for. Yes.
So, like, assuming, for example, if the spreadsheet has the word they are looking for, it has like maybe it's written in 2 cells. So how can you locate that? Like, let's say female and male. Maybe there's female in C1, female in C2.
Like, as in, I don't understand. You have one word that appears in 2 cells.
Yes.
And then when you land on the first one, you click on next,
Okay.
tap to next, and press
Okay.
spacebar, or you use Alt F.
Okay.
I think Alt F is to move to find the next. So it'll be taking you to the next, and next.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Module 5. Joy 8. Name A2.
So now, okay.
Name A2.
Okay. So I'll press Ctrl F.
Find and replace dialog.
Then I will type Esther.
E-S-T-H-E-R.
I will hit the Enter key.
Esther. Find what colon. Edit Alt plus Nesther.
So normally, assuming it's just, I don't know why every day is behaving like this. It just will tell you Esther 810 or something, or wherever the Esther, wherever it finds the cell that contains that word. So I'll press the escape key, and then the focus will be inside that Esther cell.
Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. Esther A11.
Do you see that? Esther A11. So suppose we have another Esther. There's no other Esther here, but let me go and insert some.
A 13, a 14.
This is A14. So let me just type Esther.
Edit S-T-A-E-R. Esther A14.
Esther A14. So let me.
David 8, Esther A11.
So we only have Esther in A11 and A14.
David. Job seekers details A1 through D1.
So let me press Ctrl F again.
Find and replace dialog.
So I will type Esther.
E-S-T-A-E-R.
Hit the Enter key.
Esther. Find what colon.
Then the focus will be on the first one. But normally, as I said, if it's just, it will have announced it with that A10. But if this is not the one you are looking for, you want to see other ones, just tap to next, or you use Alt F. So I'll tap to next.
Find next button Alt plus F.
So just press the space bar.
Space. Find what colon.
So let's escape to see whether we'll be in, is it A13 or 14 then?
Module 5 of Esther A14.
Yeah. Esther A14. So that is it. So now,
David A10.
So that takes us to what is called wild card. Wild card. So wild card is more like a special characters that enable you to perform advanced search. Special characters in Excel that enable you to perform specified search or more advanced search. So now we look for Esther. That is because we know the full name that we are looking for. We know the full name that we are looking for. What if, probably because I'm a Nigerian and I don't understand Kenyan names, but at least when somebody tells me, please help me look for this particular name, the way that name sounds, it's ends or starts with a particular letter. Do you understand? Start with a particular letter or ends with a particular letter that I know, or has a particular letter at the middle. So how do you do that kind of searching or do that kind of finding? So that's where wild card characters come in. So wild characters, I think there are 2 or 3. So you have the star, you have the tilde, you have the question mark, but we'll just focus on star alone. We'll have a focus on star alone. So the use of star allows you to specify the position of the character that you can remember. Take it again or get it. So the use of star allows you to identify the position of the character in that word. So if you are looking for, suppose you are looking for Esther, but probably you don't know, Esther sounds strange, but at least you can hear S or at least E. You know that, okay, that name begins with E, that is E or ER. Do you understand? So that allows you to use the wildcard to search for any name that starts with E sound, that starts with letter E, or that ends with ER. or you S star, you add S sound. So you want to search for any letter, any name, or any word that has S in it. So that what star will help you do. So it's still the same shortcut.
6. Job seekers details A1 through.
It's still the same shortcut. So so let's use, okay, we have Michael. Let me look at other names that we can use here.
Name A2, Joy A3,
Joy.
John A4, Joy A3,
Okay.
John A4,
So let's look for a name that ends with Y.
Maria A5.
So I'm in Maria A5. So I'll press Ctrl F.
Find and replace dialog.
So now I'll just type star Y. Star Y means ends with Y. Please find me any name that ends with Y. So I'll press star, that is Shift 8.
Star.
Then I'll press Y.
Y.
Then E the enter key.
Y. Find what colon.
Then let's escape to see whether it will be on Joy or any other word that ends with Y.
Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. Availability crop C2 name.
Did you see that? Availability C2 name. So availability ends with Y. So if you want to, let's say this is not the one you are looking for, as I said, suppose it were to be yours. It will have told you before you even escape, it will have told you availability C2, C2. Since that is not the one you are looking for, just tap to, or you use Alt F. Alt F will take you, or you tap to next, press space bar. It will take you to the next word or name that ends with joy, that ends with Y. That will have been joy. Then if that is not the name you are looking for, press Alt F or tap to next again, press space bar on next. It will take you to another word that ends with joy. So that is ending with. What about starting with? So
job seekers details A1 through.
So let's look for name that starts with M. So we'll press Ctrl F again.
Find and replace.
Then so here now, because it starts with M, we'll press M star. M star.
M.
Star.
M. Star.
Then hit the enter key.
Find what colon. Edit.
Then escape. Just will have told you that whatever, A2 or A whatever. So but let's escape, shall.
Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. Name A2.
No. Did I type N? Let me try it again. Say name A2. It takes me to N, not M. Probably I made it. So Ctrl F.
Find and replace.
So star M.
M.
Is M. Star.
M. Star.
Okay. Enter.
Find what colon. Edit Alt plus. Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. Name A2.
Wow. So I'm coming. Let me do Ctrl F again.
Find and
then let me do Alt F.
Find what colon. Edit Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. MOB3 joy location.
What he's doing there is searching for any word that contains that name, that M, which is, so let me try again.
Jobs.
So, coming. Ctrl F.
Find and
okay.
Options greater. Find what colon. Edit Alt plus N blank.
Okay.
Blank. Blank.
Okay. Let me do star M star. So let's see which. Okay. Let me do M star star.
M. M. Star. Star.
That is 2 stars. Enter.
M star star. Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. MOB3 joy location.
Still the same thing.
MOB3 location.
It's looking for anywhere the M is, any word that contains M, but what I want is word that starts with M. So
look, E1.
Let's see.
HD2 name. Available crop C3 joy. Available crop C4 John. Not available crop C5 Maria A5. Job seekers name. Joy A3, John A, Maria A5.
So let's see this one that is now at the middle. That is star O star. So word that has O in it. It could be a combination of letters. It must not be one single letter. It could be ST, it could be ER. Okay, let's do Esther, the one that ends with ER. Okay, I think we've done ending with. Let's look at the middle. The beginning, I don't know why it's messing up.
Find and replace.
So let's do star. What is it? Let's say, okay, let's say star VA. Star VA, very A, VA.
VA.
Star.
VA, star.
Enter.
Find what colon, edit all.
Then escape.
Module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Sheet 1 table. Not available crop C5 availability.
Do you see that? It takes us to not available because we are looking for a word that has VA at the middle. At the middle or inside. It's not a word that is at the middle. Because when I say at the middle, some people will be looking at center. So it could be the second character, it could be the middle, it could be, so, but what it means that there's text to the right, there's text to the left. So that is, so you press star. If what you are looking for, the text or you can remember is in between. So just put star, the text, star. So that is the one of the first one. Why it's not working? I don't know. So the system has been on since morning. Probably that is the reason. So that is it. So that is about find command. Find command. Either you find using the normal method, the general find, or you use the star method. So
available.
That also takes us to replace, find and replace. So what we did was find command. So what about find and replace? So if you want to correct, if you have a lot of errors, so probably you are dictating something to me that, okay, please help me enter this data. I am mentioning a particular name, but I've been spelling it wrongly. Later, you now realize that, it's not supposed to be SH, it's S. For instance, okay, you hear, type Joseph or Joseph. Then somebody is now pressing, maybe because it sounds like Z or something. So you now realize that, it is not supposed to be like this. Or let's say, okay, Michael, Machichael. But I've been writing it as Micheal. Then later I now realize that, it's supposed to be AE, not EA. And you've written it in many, many places, many, many cells. How do you begin to correct it? You'll be doing manual correction. No, it's going to waste. So that takes us to find and replace. So it means that help me find this text and replace it with another text. So that is find and replace. So the shortcut for that is Control H. Control F is for find alone, while Control H is for find and replace. So after finding, what should I do? Please help me replace it with this one. So help me find A and replace it with B. So
not available.
Remember that we have Esther in two places. So we want to change Esther, let's say, to Lekon. So I'll press Control H.
Find and replace dialog.
So when you press Control H, the focus lands on find words. Find words. So just type Esther. So that means that let me look for Esther or the cells that contain Esther. I'll type Esther.
ESTHER.
Esther. So you will now tab once to replace with what? Tab once.
Esther. Options greater button Alt plus T.
Sorry.
Replace with colon. Edit Alt plus E blank.
Okay, let me start again. The focus was on replace with words instead of find words. So do Shift Tab.
Find what colon. Edit Alt plus N blank.
Find words. So type Esther.
Blank.
So
ESTAER.
Then tab once to replace with words.
Esther. Replace with colon. Edit Alt plus E blank.
Then so let me say Lekon.
LEKAN.
Then tab to replace all button, not replace. Oh,
Lecon. Find and replace dialog. Options greater button Alt plus T. Replace all button Alt plus A.
replace all.
Replace button Alt plus R.
So we have two types of replace. We have replace all and replace button. Replace button means replace only that cell. But replace all will replace all the occurrences, all the cell that contains that word, that name. So I will click on replace all.
Replace all button Alt plus A.
Enter or spacebar.
Microsoft Excel dialog all done. We made 2 replacements. OK button.
Did you get that? You must hear that sound. There to tell you Microsoft dialog, whatever. We make then the number of correction that it made, it will tell you. Then OK button, spacebar.
Find and replace.
Then escape. So let's now see whether Esther, all the places that Esther appeared, they have turned to Lekon. They've been replaced by Lekon.
Mod available crop C.
So let's start from A1.
Availability crop C2 name. Look, name A2. Name A. Job C. Name A2.
So let's go down.
Joy A3. John A4. Maria A5. Samuel cropped A6.
Remember, we have Esther in A11 and A14. So let's go down.
Grace A7. Michael cropped A8. Success cropped A9. David A10. Lecon A11.
So Lekon, no more Esther. So let's go down again.
Samson cropped A12. A13. Lecon A14.
Lekon A14. So that is replace. Replace. If you also want, probably in that cell, you want to remove what is there, but you don't want to replace it with anything. Don't worry, just have to replace all. Replace all will not replace anything. It will only remove the word from all the cells and replace it with nothing, because that's what you've said. So that is it. Is there any other topic? Okay, working with, hey God, multiple sheets. So let's quickly, under 5 minutes, let's look at working with multiple sheets. So now all this while, since we started this course, we've been looking at one sheet. We've been working inside one sheet. So as an Excel user, there will always be a need or needs to create multiple sheets. So as it is from the beginning, we were told that an Excel workbook is like a folder. It comes with one sheet. So if you launch your Excel, by default, you get one more sheet, so that I will put inside my folder. Then you add it inside. If you need one more page, please give me one more sheet of paper. You add it. So that is the way Excel works. By default, you are allowed to get one by default. So if you now need more, please call me. Even if you are in Kenya and I'm in now because we want one more sheet. So how do you create more sheets? So the shortcut for creating more sheets. The shortcut for creating more sheets is Shift F11. Shift F11. Hold down your Shift and press 11. And F11. So you will hear it.
Sheet 2 table. A1.
Do you see that? Sheet 2 table. A1.
A2. A1. B1. A1.
You see that it's blank. If it is just will only tell you A1. A1 because each time you create a new sheet, the focus will always be on the first cell of the sheet. The focus will always be on the first cell. So that's why just we say A1. But every day we tell you sheet 2 table. If you press F11 again, Shift F11 again, you will hear sheet 3 table. A1.
Sheet 3 table. A1.
Do you see that? So it's telling you sheet 3, sheet 4, that is it. Whether it's just for NVDA, sheet F11 will work. Now, if you want to move from one sheet to another sheet, you do Control Page Up. Control Page Up will move you to the next sheet. Control Page Down will move you to the previous sheet. Please let me take something. Okay. So to move from one sheet to another sheet, to move to the next sheet, use control page up. The previous sheet is control page down. So I'm in sheet 3 now. To move to the page 2, I'll press control page. I'll
Hello, please, can anybody hear me? Hello?
Hello.
Okay. Please, if you can hear me, he's just having network issues. He'll get back to you now.
Okay.
So page up and page down will be moving you from one sheet to another sheet. So what it's doing is that the first sheet, if you have sheet 1, if you add another sheet with your sheet F11, so sheet 1 is more like, let me say, is down, while sheet 2 will be above the sheet 1, that is 1, 2. Then it's like going up. Then if you add another sheet, becomes sheet 3. So that means below is sheet 1, in the middle is sheet 2, then up is sheet 3. So that's what happened. Yes, I'm pressing page up. So now, how do you, let's quickly do it, to delete, to rename your sheets. So let me rename sheet 1 to, so now if you will notice that when you are moving sheet by sheet, what it's telling you is the sheet number, not the name of the sheet. Well, that is the sheet name. And the sheet name by default is sheet plus the location or the position of the sheet. because it is the first sheet, it's called sheet 1. The second sheet you create will be titled sheet 2. That is the name. Then sheet 3 up to that, up and on and on and on like that. So what if you want to customize the name? You want to give it a name so that when you navigate there, instead of hearing sheet 1 table, if I say John, so once I navigate to say John table, no longer sheet 1 or sheet 2. So let me navigate to sheet 1 and rename it. So now, what is the process? There are different ways that you can rename, but because of our time, I'll just use the shortcut. I'll use the shortcut. So the shortcut for renaming is Alt HOR. The shortcut for renaming is Alt HOR. You can actually get it through the ribbon menu. When you are in your home tab, be pressing tab until you hear rename. But I'll just use the shortcut Alt HOR. With NVDA, what the feedback you get is unknown. So let me press it. Alt HOR. So I'm in sheet 1. I said I want to rename it. And if you press Alt HOR on NVDA, it will tell you unknown. Don't be confused. It has opened the edit field. I said it's a bug.
Ribbon tabs tab.
So I'll press Alt HOR now. You hear unknown.
H-O. Unknown.
So just type the name. So let me say Lekon training. Lekon training. Or Lekon's training. So now type it.
L-E-K-A-N.
And now when you are typing sheet name, note the rules. The rule that applied in define name, it also applies here. Anything you are naming in Excel, your name must not contain spaces. Because I want to say Lekon's name, you will now do Lekon's space name training, Lekon's space training. No, it is an illegal name and it won't be accepted. So there must not be a space, one. So if you have to write everything together, but you can separate it with either I think a column, an underscore, I think a full stop. I'll try it too. So let's see. Lekon's
N-S.
So let's put underscore, that is shift dash underscore
Lekens. Line.
Then training.
T-R-A-I-N-G.
Enter.
Training. Lekens line training table. Lekin A14.
Do you hear that? So let's move from one sheet to another.
Sheet 2 table.
This is sheet 2. Let me move back to sheet 1. You hear Lekon's training.
Lekens line training table. Lekin A14.
Do you get that?
A15.
So that is it. So let's move to sheet 2 and go and rename it with space. You will hear what it will tell you.
Sheet 2 table.
So let me press Alt HOR.
Ribbon cell unknown.
Unknown. So let me Lekon's
L-E.
Okay, let me use another name. Let me say John table.
J-O-H-N.
Space.
John. Space.
Training.
T-R-A-I-N-I-N-G.
Enter.
Training. John training table.
Oh,
A1.
it worked. Wow.
A2. A1. Lekin. John training table.
Wow. And somebody too should try it from the other end. Let me see. I want to believe it's. I hope it's not because I'm using 365. So somebody should quickly try it from the other end and see. Put a space in your name, and let's see if it works. So this is Microsoft Office 365. So probably. So let's see. So let me rename sheet 3 to Michael.training.
Sheet 3 table.
So let me rename sheet 3.
Ribbon tabs tab control. Unknown.
So Michael.
M-I-C-H-A-E-L. Michael. Dot. T-R-A-I-N-I-N-G.
Enter.
Training. Michael. Dot training table.
So that is sure. So if you've tried it from your end and it works, let me know. And especially if you are using Office 19, 16, 21, so let me know. So let's move on. Time has actually gone. So we
Yeah, so
have
mine worked. When you put a space, mine worked very well.
what version are you using?
The version of Office,
Yes,
I think it is 16. I don't know.
16. Oh wow. Now before it's you can't try space. Space doesn't work. Well, probably that is the update that they've put in. No. It's same thing with define. If you put space, it won't accept it. But let's see. So what else? So now we have
John Lecon's line training.
Lekon training,
John training table.
John
A 1.
training,
Michael dot training.
Michael training. So now are they arranged? Are they in order?
A 3. John Michael dot training table.
Michael,
John training table.
John,
Lecon's line training table.
Lekon.
A 15.
So suppose you want to reorder it. You want to move the sheet around. You want to move the sheet. So the John sheet is in between. John sheet is in between Lekon and Michael. So suppose we want to move Michael to come before John. So how do you do that? So in it's pretty easier to do that when it comes to what is it called? Okay, so let's do this. So let's use the shortcut. Just as what is called sheet context menu. So just as a context menu for managing your sheets, which makes everything easy. But FVDA does not. So we will just use the shortcut. So the shortcut for moving sheets, move and copy sheets is Alt HOM, Alt HOM.
Ribbon tabs tab control X H O. Move or copy dialog move selected sheet. Michael dot training 1 of 4.
There I said move or copy sheet.
John training 2 of 4.
So now when you let me see.
Michael dot training 1 of 4.
Michael. So you can see it displays all the sheet that you have inside your workbook. Michael.
John training 2 of 4.
John.
Lecon's line training 3 of 4.
Lekon.
Left paren. Move to end right paren. 4 of 4.
So we have all the 3, but let me start again. Let me escape so that you understand this.
Lecon A14.
So I said I want to move Michael to be in between John and Lekon because Michael is the third, is far away. So let's see.
Lecon, John training, Michael dot training table.
So make sure that you are inside the sheet that you want to move. Make sure that you are inside the sheet that you want to move. So I'm inside Michael's sheet. So I'll press the shortcut Alt HOM.
Ribbon tabs tab control expanded H O. Move or copy dialog. Move or copy dialog move selected sheets.
So now.
Move or Michael dot training 1 of 4.
So Michael.
John training 2 of 4.
So because I want Michael to be in the middle of Lekon and John. So I'll go to Lekon.
Lecon's line training 3 of 4.
There I will hit the enter key on Lekon. So let's see.
OK, module 5 sample file.xlsx-excel. Michael dot training table. A 3.
So now let's see whether it has moved Michael. So let's navigate between our sheets.
John training table. A 1. Michael dot training table. Lecon's line training table.
Do you see that?
Lecon A14.
Lekon first.
Michael dot training table.
Michael.
A 3. John training table.
John. So the logic is that okay. So when you are in a particular sheet that you want to move, and you press the Alt HOM, then it displays the list of all the sheet that is inside your workbook. Now, if you hit the enter key on another sheet, the sheet you are moving will appear behind the sheet that you hit the enter key on. So that's why I hit the enter key on Lekon, because I want the sheet to come before Lekon. So that's why I hit the enter key on Lekon. So it places it before or behind Lekon. So do you get that? So that is how to reorder your sheet or rearrange it. So you may want to place it, move your sheet from one position to another position. So that is the easiest way. The time is fast spent. So now, that is how to move your sheet from one place to another place within your workbook. What if this particular sheet,
A 1, a 2, a 1, a 1. Michael. Lecon's line. A 13. Lecon. David A10.
So now this Lekon sheet, what if you need the data? You want to copy this sheet, you want to move it to another workbook. You want to create a new workbook for it. Do you understand? You want to have a copy. Okay, before I move to another workbook, you can also copy sheets, and put them in another part of that workbook. So it's not only moving that you can do. You can also copy it as well too. So, but let's look at how you can create a copy and move that copy to another worksheet.
Lecon. David A10.
Or okay, let me do that same worksheet first. So I'm inside Lekon sheet. So I want to copy it. I want to have a duplicate of this sheet inside that same workbook, inside this same workbook. So I'll press Alt HOM.
Ribbon tab H O. Move or copy dialog.
Okay, so good. Move or copy dialog. So now I will now tab. I will be pressing the tab key. I want to copy it.
Create a copy checkbox not checked. Alt plus C.
Now, what does it say? It said create a copy checkbox check. Because I want to copy, I'll just space bar on it.
Space. Checked.
Checked. Then tab again.
OK button.
No, let me continue.
Cancel button.
Tab again.
To book combo box module 5 sample file.xlsx collapsed. Alt plus T.
Now, if you tab, it will tell you to what book. What book do you want to create the copy in? What book? So the first is that to book the current book that you are working on, which is module 5 sample file. If that is the book, since it's the same workbook, you don't need to do anything. Just tap to OK. But if you want that copy to be in a new workbook, just expand it by using your up down arrow.
Module 5 sample file.xls.
So then scroll down.
Left paren. New book right paren. Not selected 1 of 2.
Here that new book. If you click enter on this new book, that means it's going to create a new Excel file for you. And it will now put that Lekon file, Lekon sheet, and put it inside the new book. So that means you have two books. You have the module file sample file book, your old book, and then a new workbook entirely that contains this Lekon. So let me choose new book. Enter.
To book combo box left paren. New book right paren.
Then
collapsed.
Tap to OK.
Create a copy checkbox checked. Alt plus.
This create a copy that is checked. It means that a copy will be inside the old book, and then it will also create another copy inside the new one. But if you don't check this one, it's going to move it. So leaving this one unchecked will perform the function of moving that sheet. That means more like cutting it from the old one and putting it in the new book. So please take note of that. So if you know that you want the copy to be in both books, check this, create a copy. Otherwise, to move it away, don't check it. So I will tap to OK.
OK button.
Enter or space bar.
Space. Book 1-Excel. Lecon's line training table.
Do you hear that? It said book 1-Excel. That means that we are in a new workbook. So we now have two books. So that is how to move and copy. That is how to move and copy. So if you want to delete, so here now we have two sheets.
David A10. David A10.
Okay,
David
one
A10.
sheet. Yes.
K14.
K14, okay.
K14.
So it's just that our data that is here inside this new workbook.
K1. 4% G1. F1.
So these are new workbook. You can alt tab or press Ctrl F6 to move to the module 5 sample file. So to move from one book to another workbook, use Ctrl F6. Not alt tab. Alt tab will will move you to other things on your recently open tabs. So what else? So how do you delete a sheet? So let me press Ctrl F6 to move back to the module 5 sample file. Ctrl F6.
Module 5 sample file.xls.
So let's say I want to delete John sheet. So I will navigate to John.
Michael.training. John training table.
So I want to delete this sheet. I don't need it. So I'll just press Alt HDS shortcut. Alt HDS. Yes, 2 minutes I'll be done. So Alt HDS.
Ribbon tabs H D. Michael.training table.
So Alt HDS has deleted John. So let's see whether we still have John. John sheet. So I'll press Control page up and Control page down to look for it.
A3. Lekins line training table. David A10. Michael. A3.
So no more John. So Alt HDS. But if for those of us that are using JAWS, this one is very simple to do, whether you want to copy or you want to move. So to bring up, if you want to see the list of sheets that you have in a workbook, if you want to see, oh, let me even see all the sheets that I have in a workbook, press Ctrl Shift S. Ctrl Shift S. It will bring up the list of worksheets that you have in a workbook. Then you can scroll down. You can scroll down. So if you get to the particular sheet, hit the enter key. It will take you straight to that sheet. To do that, if you want to see the list of sheets that you have in a workbook using Excel, so press caps lock plus F7 to see the list of spreadsheets that you have in a workbook. Caps lock plus F7. So I'll hold my caps lock key down and press F7.
Elements list dialog.
Element list. So what do? I will now do Shift plus Tab once.
Type : grouping. Charts radio button checked Alt plus C.
Then I'll scroll down to Sheets.
Notes radio button checked Alt. Formulas radio. Form fields. Sheets radio button checked Alt plus S.
Then I will tab. Once I'm on Sheets, I will now tab once. It will now display it for me.
Tree view. Level 0 Michael.training 1 of 2.
1 of 2. That means there are 2 sheets.
Lekins line training 2 of 2 level 0.
So there are 2 sheets. So then if you want to move to this Lekins sheet, just hit the enter key to open it straight for you.
Lekins line training table. David A10 name.
Do you understand? So but if it is just press Ctrl Shift S, it will open the list of file. It will bring up the list of files that you sheet that you have in your workbook. I'm rushing. Officially, will close by 5 or well beyond the time. So then, if you also want to delete sheets, you want to rename sheets, you want to cut, copy, move sheets, you want to create sheets, use just context menu. Just context menu is used for managing sheets. So it's insert Shift S. Insert Shift S. Insert is not the caps lock key. It will not work. It's your keyboard insert key. The one, depending on where it is on your keyboard. I think usually on the first row of your keyboard. So look for where your insert key is. Insert Shift S. So it will now bring up context menu, similar to your Shift F10. So you will hear delete, insert, rename, move or copy or whatever. So you can now perform anything. So thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Any question?
Thank you, sir.
Any question?
My question is, if you want to save, are you going to save the sheets one by one, individually or as a whole?
Once you press Ctrl S, it saves everything. Once you to rename your workbook, of course, you press F12 and then type the name of the book, the title, the name you want to give to your workbook. But suppose it's an old book, it's a book that you've created before. Once you create a new sheet and you press Ctrl S, it's saved. It's just one saving for the old book. You don't need to save them one by one. No. Ctrl S will take care of everything. We save everything.
Okay, the sheet will be in a workbook. Let's say we know we
You-
have different sheets. Or that's what I'm saying. The sheet will be in the workbook, right? So you don't
I
understand what
don't
I mean.
I don't understand,
You know,
sir.
we have maybe one sheet, second sheet, and third a sheet. I say, are you going to
Yes.
save them individually, or you are going to save them in one book and we have page 1, page 2, page 3?
Yes, in one book. Normally, when you create a new sheet, they are already inside that one book. They are not going
Okay,
anywhere.
that's
They are created inside that. That's why I use the
inside
analogy
the.
of a folder.
Okay.
Yes, yes. And when you press Control S, everything is saved together inside one workbook.
Okay. One book. Okay.
Yes.
I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Uh, Sometimes when you do control find, it
Okay.
doesn't search what you want. What is the? How do you troubleshoot that one? And
It
part
doesn't.
B of my question, yes, you do
It doesn't
control
find
F.
what you ask it to find.
Yes.
And if it doesn't, are you sure that the focus is on find what? See it.
Lecon A11.
So let me do Control F.
Find and replace dialog.
So now you see, it didn't tell me edit field, but at least I know that it's in edit field. But I don't remember there was a time I did it, but the focus was not inside find word. So to do that,
Okay.
just use your shift tab,
Tab control.
Okay.
then and tab again.
Find what colon. Edit alt plus and blank.
Now you see now it now said find what edit. So if it doesn't, there's a likelihood that the focus was not inside this edit field for you to type what you are looking for.
Okay. And sometimes control F behaves like control H. Why?
No, there's not. It doesn't. Though sometimes just like as I pressed it now, it said find and replace was just ignore as long as you are
Yes.
sure that it's Control F that you, and that is because they are inside the same what is it called? Is it combo box? So the shortcut for it's just like font, it's just like formatting. Formatting has different
Okay.
tabs inside it. You have number tab, font tab, alignment tab, what other? Do you understand? So you can now use Control tab to move from one tab to another tab inside the same dialog.
Okay.
Because find and replace are in the same dialog. So
Okay.
sometimes when you press Control F, you hear find and replace. Just ignore it.
Okay.
As long as Control F is fine.
And maybe the last request is give us a bonus by telling us what the wildcard question mark and tilde does, but don't explain in the find.
Yes, I did explain it. I said we are limiting it. This is foundational. Just start at least.
Please, bonus. Without explaining.
Let me just explain tilde. Tilde is not actually tilde is not actually a find character. What it does is that it nullifies other wildcard. It nullifies it in the sense that, for instance, if you are looking for star, any text that contains star, how do you do that? Do you press star star? So that's what tilde does. So tilde will say, because you are looking for star, if you use tilde, so the first star you do, it means, so it will now turn it to a normal text as if it's the normal text. So that is the function of tilde. So that is just what I can just explain about tilde. So till your quiz will be made available tomorrow, your quiz 5. And let me also say that you for all the people that have not done the quiz, they will be taking off the course by next Thursday. Yes, because the sign that okay, you're actually part of this community is you are it's not just by attending the live class, it's also by one way for us to know that yes, you are understanding this course is by taking the quiz and you are progressing to the next module. So that is one way for us to know that yes, you're actually understanding it. But if you are not taking the quiz, it means you just signed up and you are not participating. So by next week Thursday, all the people that are not active will be removed from the course. You can still log in and see our library, but you won't see any course. So that is it. So thank you. We'll meet again next week Thursday. Until then, stay blessed and stay safe. So thank you very much.